Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to a brand new video today. And today we're hopping on a trend that probably died a year or two ago, but without a doubt, we got to do this. We are doing ranking every Call of Duty title worst to best. So as you can see here, we got never played, garbage, bad, alright, good, and straight fire. Now remember, guys, this is my own personal opinion. Don't hate me. I know you will, because there are some picks that I think some certain games are overrated. Even though I still love them, I still think they're overrated as opposed to other ones. But without further ado, let's start. Call of Duty 1. That was the game that started Call of Duty. I never touched it in my life. The only thing I know about it is my best friend and his dad used to play it together when he was younger, and they would play in these modded lobbies where his dad would sit as a sniper, and if he stayed in one place too long, he would start to catch on fire. And it's just the funniest shit to listen to. I've never played it, but so we're not going to give it a ranking. Coming up next is Call of Duty 2, which I think this was actually the first Call of Duty I ever played. One of my neighbors, he had a bundle that contained Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, and Call of Duty World at War. The games we only played from that were Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 3. 2, just from my memories alone, I never touched the campaign. Did not play a lot of online multiplayer, but when we played like split screen co-op against each other, it's the most fun I've had. I can't give it too fair of a ranking. It's not bad, that's for sure. It is alright at the very worst. I want to put it higher just based on the memories, but out of fairness, I don't think I can put it any higher. And next up, we have Call of Duty 3, which I'm going to put right next to it. I know this is hated by the community, but again, this game had a lot of glitches, which really made it kind of fun at the same time. But it was so stupid. Like, again, the most fun I had from this was playing split screen, like co-op against my friends. I don't even remember the map. My friend would hop in the Kuba wagon. Me and my other buddy, we'd lay prone on the bridge and he'd hop over us. I don't know why. We got so much enjoyment out of it. I have so many good memories with both these games. Like, to me, because they're both fire just because of the stupid memories I had. But I just, in recognition of everything else, they are definitely alright games. So next is going to be COD 4, which I'm also going to consider the remaster. Definitely good. This is what launched the modern Call of Duties. Kind of like laid the groundwork for it all. So I don't think there's like a wrong, I don't think it's wrong to put it at good. People want to put it on fire, maybe alright too, because the old version. I think Modern Warfare Remastered is what kind of bumps it up to good, because a lot of that added content. A lot of fun. I attempted playing through with a campaign on Veteran. Want to tear my hair out because it is a... I can't even get through it at all. Maybe I'll go back and try it again, but that's a personal challenge I tried to do. Not happening. Multiplayer is a shit ton of fun. Highly recommend playing Modern Warfare Remastered if you never have. So, World at War is next. This is tough for me because introduce zombies, and I love me some zombies. Also, these aren't meant to be in any order. They're just kind of there. So World at War. World at War, I'd say, is alright. It's definitely above 2 and 3. I guess I'll kind of rank it like that. I don't know if I want to put it necessarily in good. I didn't have too much experience playing multiplayer with this. I just mainly played zombies co-op campaign. I had an alright time. It was okay. I didn't play it until like much later, so it's kind of hard to give me a fair ranking for it. I did enjoy what I did play with it, and zombies is a lot of fun. But it's tough for me to put it in good because I don't have too much experience playing that multiplayer. And I don't want to overrate it just because that's what people want to hear, but I also don't want to underrate it. So I think putting it in alright is fine. It's definitely not a bad game. I don't think... We're not going to the bad games for a little bit. Anyway, up next would be Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, to everyone, is so many people's greatest game. I think it's so overrated. I love it. I have fun playing it. Like, I'll occasionally play it now and then if I can find lobbies with friends. But the maps are not the best. Yes, they're classic, but it doesn't make them good maps per se. Like, there's only a few good maps in this game, I feel. I know I'm probably getting a lot of hate for it. I don't care. Again, it's not a... Ow. I just smacked my hand. It's not a bad game whatsoever, but it's just way too overrated. To me, there are like 2 or 3 games I'd put in God tier. Like, well, I guess in Fire tier. I'm just used to saying God tier because that's what I've seen other people say. My apologies. But, I could put Modern Warfare 2 there, but I think it's just good for now because I think that there are games that kind of perfected what it tried to do. But then we got Black Ops. Black Ops is definitely a step down, but I think Black Ops is... It's definitely at the bottom of the good. It's definitely better than alright, but it's definitely not like up. If I could, it'd be like kind of over here, creeping up onto alright. Solid. It definitely bumped zombies up to the next level. Multiplayer was a lot of fun. It was the first campaign. I think still the only campaign that I've ever played to completion. That campaign was a lot of fun. Had our very first gold camo, which is still probably the best gold camo. My favorite prestige emblems. It's also where I kind of got to start, so I'm a little biased to it. So to me, it's like I want to put it in Fire because it was where I got my start. But I'm trying to think logistically here and what's correct. Now here comes probably the most controversial game that's going to be on my list. MW3 is Fire, and here is why. Name 5 bad launch maps that came with that game. I don't care about DLC maps. DLC maps I don't necessarily consider to be part of a game unless they're like a required add-on. Like I think Erosion, or Ground and Terminal were eventually required to... They were free anyway. They were like required to like download so you could actually play MW3 multiplayer. Campaign was wrapping up the Modern Warfare trilogy. Some people didn't like it. It is what it is. Whatever your feelings are for it, it is what it is. You go to survival mode. Like they didn't do zombies. That's what they didn't do. They're like, okay, we're gonna do our own survival mode, and they hit it on the mark. You can play any of the multiplayer maps. Set up with your buddies, get kill streaks, have a good time. For crying out loud, one of my buddies was playing it for like 8 hours one day. We were having such a good time playing it. I think we were playing on Seatown or something. It was so much fun. Then the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer is a perfected version of MW2's multiplayer. The pro perks are just so perfect and need to be in every Call of Duty ever. You had the 3 different strike packages. You had the Assault, which were your normal kill streaks. You had Support, which were good for noobs like me when I was playing. So you could get kills, and then you wouldn't get any lethal kill streaks. I think there was a Stealth Bomber, and you could get Support Juggernaut. But those were like the only 2 like really lethal kill streaks that you could get. And there was the Specialist bonus where you could equip 3 perks that you would get, kind of like your Assault package and your Strike package. But if you went on that next level, you would get Specialist bonus where you were literally Super Soldier running around the whole map with every single perk in the game. And if you had all pro perks, oh my word, you were just good for the rest of the time. Now, I'm probably going to make a video just saying why MW3 is so great, and it just gets not enough recognition in my opinion. A lot of people probably have it at good. Like, they even got Moabs. Okay. We're just gonna move on, because I literally love this game to pieces, and I think this is, for me, this is the greatest Call of Duty ever. But for other people, it's MW2, and for the rest of people, it's Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, I'm fine with that being at people's 1, 2, whatever. It's a top 3 Call of Duty. It's even top 2. I think it's top 2 regardless. Like, either it's your 1 or it's your 2. And then your 1's going to either be MW2 or MW3 unless you're some new person, or you're just some whacked out person. Like maybe you're a pro and you love some other game because maybe you won champs. I don't know. But Black Ops 2 probably, for me personally, like the multiplayer in MW3 was the best. But Black Ops 2's multiplayer is the most fun I've probably ever had with my friends. Like, I think ever, especially back in the day. I was complete buns at Call of Duty, like, when these games were coming out. This was the golden age, and, like, I wish I was good, because I probably would have had even more fun playing these games. Zombies was great in this game. Multiplayer was just so much fun. It had score streaks. I was fine with score streaks at the time. I mean, they weren't too OP. They added the diamond camo, which was awesome. The prestiges were literally, I love those emblems again. And they had league play. I go back and watch videos because I literally never touched league play when I was younger. And I'm just an idiot for never doing that. Like, we need it back. Like, now that I'm good at Call of Duty, I want league play. Like, I'm probably not good enough for game battles or whatever, but holy crap, guy. Like, we need it, man. It just adds that competitive edge. Like, now it's just sweaty lobby, sweaty lobby, sweaty lobby these days. But back then, you had a choice for what you wanted to do. And literally, probably the best multiplayer. Some of the best multiplayer maps of all time. You had Raid, you had Standoff. Again, you had Nuketown, Hijacked. I mean, that's just four top 10 maps of all time right there. And they were all just in this game alone. So, yeah. If people say Black Ops 2 is overrated, I think some people put it way, think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, for crying out loud. But I understand its greatness. I still think it's great. Some people may overrate it, but you kind of have to say it's top 2, top 3 COD of all time. And now we kind of move down the list. We got Ghosts. Ghosts was... I can't say Ghosts was bad. It was just not... It's not a memorable game whatsoever. I can name maybe 3 guns from that game, and I played a lot of that game. I don't think I ever played it when it was next gen at the time, the Xbox One and the PS4. Still playing on the 360 back in the day, if I recall. But the biggest thing I remember was these clan battles. So I was part of a clan with some friends. And this was probably the most fun I had in this game. Extinction was also kind of fun. I remember joining up with my friends one day, never touched it. They could never beat it with this one other friend. One other friend wasn't there. I said, sure, I'll play, and then we beat it. He was pissed, and then we never played it with him and never beat it with him like that first map. It is what it is. Anyway, multiplayer, the clan battle things. I remember had my iPad or whatever, and I had an app where I'd I think it was on Call of Duty Elite or whatever, and you face off against this clan. You'd have to play certain game modes. You had to be the highest and get the most points for your team. I remember doing that. I was the only guy that did the hardcore games because no one else wanted to in the clan. I remember 3 people from my clan. We were the Encrypt clan. Never changed my name. I was probably the worst player, but I carried that clan through some games. Those were the only good memories I have from that game, and I only remember doing that 4 or 5 months after the game came out. And I did not really enjoy it too much. It was all right. Definitely wasn't bad. I'd go back and play it again just to try it if there are even lobbies available. But it was just way too bland. The maps weren't the best. I remember it being a pretty slow game. Not the worst, but still a kind of slow game. But again, yeah, it's all right. But then we hop into Advanced Warfare. See, Advanced Warfare could definitely be a good or an all right game. I'm gonna go bad. I know a lot of people would put it into garbage. I'm not putting it into garbage. I kind of want to though, but I'm not going to, because I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. New year, we're gonna be positive. Advanced Warfare could have been so much better if it wasn't for supply drops and those weapon variants. You had to have the Obsidian Steed, not even, or the Speakeasy or the Infernus. You had to have the Obsidian Steed to compete and play that game. I was trash. I got the Obsidian Steed, and I would still occasionally, well, no, I didn't. I would occasionally do better than some people. One of my friends, still to this day, one of the best COD players I ever played with. He never got it once. This game I can't remember. I can remember one map. I couldn't name it for you, but I kind of have a somewhat memory of it. This is when I kind of first started watching competitive Call of Duty, and I enjoyed watching it, but the game was not very fun to play. The movement was kind of clunky from what I remember. Exo Zombies was meh. They tried something. I think it gets a bad rap or a bad rep because it was the first jetpack game, but you kind of had to do that with the introduction of Titanfall coming along the way. But it's just a bad game. A lot of people would put it in garbage, but I'm putting it in bad because there's only 1 or 2 games I put in garbage. Again, I hated jetpack games, so Black Ops 3. Oh, Black Ops 3, I'm gonna put at the bottom of good because Campaign was god-awful. Multiplayer was alright. Again, I know a lot of people enjoyed it. I did not like it because I just hated jetpack games. Zombies is the best Zombies to this day, which is why it puts it at the bottom of good, and I respect the fact that it had a good multiplayer. I just couldn't enjoy it. No, it's bugging me. Advanced Warfare is absolute garbage. It's got to go there. I'm sorry. I just had to. Okay, but Black Ops 3, man, campaign was terrible. Multiplayer was all right, but like, if it was Zombies, it would be above fire because it's just so amazing. And they had Zombies Chronicles. Again, they had supply drops and stuff, which again, I did not like. I'm glad they kind of got rid of that to this, like, these days now. Black Ops 3, I know a lot of people enjoyed. It was, a lot of people enjoyed grinding it. It was very good on YouTube, which I think that's why a lot of people like it a lot more than they should. I'm fine with it being good, but at the same time, I have no problem putting it at all right. But we're being positive. We'll put it at the bottom of good. And next up is Infinite Warfare. For me, Infinite Warfare is just, it's bad. It's not garbage. It is for a lot of people. It's just bad to me. I played through some of the campaign. I want to beat it. I still haven't. I want to, but it was fun for what I played. Zombies, I've been playing a lot of Zombies recently with one of my friends, and we've been having a blast playing it. Like, I probably have more time played in Zombies than I do in multiplayer, and I probably played the most multiplayer when it first came out. And honestly, like, for this stretch of jetpack CODs, like, I would get the game, and literally probably a few weeks later, or like a month or two later, I'd just get rid of it, because I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. It's a terrible game. And unfortunately, Infinite Warfare was that case. I enjoy playing it some now, every now and then. Again, I do want to go back and play the campaign, because a lot of people say campaign's like top 5 campaign of all time. Well, I just need to see that for myself. But for now, it's not a good game. It's bad. People wanted MWR to be the competitive COD that year when it launched alongside of it, and probably would have been better. Part of me wants to put it in IT because that's when Optic won their champs, and I'm an Optic boy, but it deserves to be in bad. World War II, you are the biggest disappointment in a Call of Duty game ever. I was so hyped for this game. I pre-ordered a friggin' Mega Edition. I got like a poster. I got like a zombie statue. I loved the first Zombies map. But after that, oh my god, this game is the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. The campaign was alright. I don't even remember it. I remember playing through it and enjoying it a little bit, but it was not good. It was not that good at all. Multiplayer is probably the worst, if not the worst multiplayer I've ever played in my life. They try to have this cool lobby thing. It was just poorly implemented, which is unfortunate. It was just way ahead of its time to try to do that. It was back to boots on the ground, and they just like flopped so hard. This is without a doubt the worst Call of Duty I've ever played in my life. And it hurts, man, because this game came out on my birthday. It came out on my 19th birthday, I want to say. God damn, dude, that game just hurt. Again, I loved it. I loved the Zombies, but that was it. I think I had over like a day or two played, and I didn't even prestige in this game. That's how bad it was. And next, we got Black Ops 4, the most underrated COD in my opinion. I'm putting it at the top of good because of how much fun I had in multiplayer. I know some of these I've kind of been adjusting because of Zombies, and I think because of that, I'm going to drop it below MW2. Yeah. To me, Black Ops 4 is a top 5 COD. Like, just from a multiplayer standpoint, no campaign, like, didn't really matter after Black Ops 3. I don't think people cared. This introduced the first Battle Royale in Blackout, which I had some fun playing. Literally, my first game on in the beta, I was, like, one of the first people, I think... One of the first people I saw actually streaming it that, like, didn't maybe have, like, private access. I don't even know if that was a thing at the time. But literally, first game on, I dropped, like, 10, 15 kills, win. I remember it so clearly. And then I don't think I ever won a single game, including when the actual full game came out. So a lot of my friends didn't want to play it at the time. Blackout was kind of like the foundation of what was to come. So I got to give it props there. Zombies was okay. It was terrible on launch. The maps were okay. No, the maps were terrible. I had one good map, being 9. Ancient Evil was kind of good too. But dude, the multiplayer was so much fun. This is the only COD where I hit Master Prestige, because I think this was the last COD with Master Prestige until now in Cold War, which we don't have on the list because I don't have fair ranking for it yet. But I got Dark Matter. I grinded this. I did not grind this game at the beginning because I was just so disappointed by zombies. So I bought a $200 edition with the friggin' zombies, like, mystery box. I pre-ordered that because I was so excited. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pump out content, play. The zombies just hurt, man. And then I eventually came back to playing multiplayer, I'd say like December, January. And I played the shit out of it. And it is probably the most fun I've had in a multiplayer, probably since like Black Ops 2, if that tells you anything. That's how much I enjoyed this. I know a lot of people didn't. I loved this game to pieces. And now, last but not least, we have Modern Warfare. Okay. Modern Warfare is it's gonna go above Infinite Warfare because I did enjoy some of it. I did enjoy the Battle Pass to an extent. But other parts, I just did not enjoy. The skill base was terrible. The maps were just way too big, and the maps were terrible on launch. I mean, it was a mess, but also kind of good. Like, for the first month, like, I remember you had to use M4725, and like that was the meta for like I think a month almost. And I'm like, okay, this game's kind of fun, it's all right, but the fact that I need to run a shoddy, that kind of bugs me. And the thing was a friggin' sniper rifle. They did eventually add shoot house, and they did eventually add shipment, but it's like, you literally, that game was kind of, I don't want to say it was unplayable, but it was just like almost unplayable for the longest time. I still think it's better than these three right here, but yeah. See, I'm not including Warzone with it, because if I did, it would probably be right here, but I'm not including Warzone with it. But gosh, again, I think that was another disappointing title. Nothing disappoints me more than World War II. I don't want you on the screen anymore. No, get out. Get you. Is there a delete? Can I delete this picture? I don't think I can. Oh gosh. I just get it out of here, man. Alright guys, without further ado, that was my rankings. Thank you so much. No, that's terrible. Well guys, those were my rankings. I know some of them you're going to disagree with. I know this is going to be the one right here, probably this one too, and probably that one especially, and this being above those two as well. But remember guys, this is just my opinion. You don't need to be hostile. I want to do this with friends and kind of get their feelings about it too. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you're new, and we will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.